Hi guys, just give me a few minutes to get the video up on my iPad, so in case it writes.
I'm sitting comfortably.
Oh, ignore this.
Just beginning with it.
How do I get this off? On there, my channel. I do need to turn the volume down, obviously, as well. Okay, so that's all set up. Okay, so before we get started, do I need to bring this down anymore? And across. Ignore my little thing, it's attached to my thingy-majig, my light, so let me move you over this way. So in today's video, I'm going to try and do a wintry Alice in Wonderland themed set of nails. I've already prepped these nails because I have a video on that, and these have a thin clear layer of acrylic. I am sorry about my hiccups, I will apologise now, and I will also apologise that I didn't upload yesterday. My mental health and depression has been quite bad, and didn't do a nail video yesterday, and I didn't have one pre-recorded, so I'd like to apologise in advance for that. But yeah, so I'm going to start off by telling you what I'm going to use. So in the stepping dish, I have Nails Max Adhesion. I am also going to be using Nails Pure Acetone and Gel Residue Wipe Off Solution. I have some Glitter Planet. Let's see if you can zoom on that. Glitter Planet Blueberry Delight, which is this colour. Seems quite Alice in Wonderland fitting to me, themed. I have some blue and clear crystals. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using them, but I have them out just in case. I have some of this Revel powder. It's a blue, it's called Barbados, and it's a normal and sun, so I just thought that'd make a nice thing. I also have Glam and Glitz Crystallia, I think that's what that says. So I'm going to use this. This is like a clear, I think, from what I gathered, with hollow white type colour in it, glitters. I have Nails Mega White, so this will be the first time I'm using this. Nails Crystal Clear, and obviously you need cuticle oil if it's a real client. I'm using IBD gel polish. This has a tacky layer, so you do have to wipe it off, and you will need Madam Glam or any base coat gel polish, which is what I'm using. And I've also got here 2 decals of Alice. These are from what's she called? Queen of Decals. That's it. That's what I'm using, Queen of Decals. So that is what I'm doing. I'm using these, and it does look a bit odd, but I might just add bling or something to hide one of the bows on one of the sides, but I might not. You never know. She could pretend to have pigtails in. So I'm just going to move. I'm going to knock my iPad over first, and then I'm going to move my lamp into more of a grabbable position, and let's get started. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, other than I want them to be like a wintry themed set of nails. So to start off with, I'm going to do these 2 nails. Or should I do these 2 nails? I think I'll do these 2 nails with Alice. So what we're going to start off by doing is zooming in slightly, and then so you can see, and I'm going to use Mega White. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to wet this acrylic, just helps it stick, and I'm going to dip my brush. I don't know if you can see me doing that. And I dip my brush in my monomer, and then we're going to wipe it off on the one side, not loads, just get the excess off. and then I will be using the side that's still wet in the acrylic to pick up the acrylic. And I'm going to point my finger down. I'm going to dip it in. And then I'm going to press and move the acrylic into place and try and get my brush behind. I'm still really rubbish when it comes to the a cuticle bead, you know, the cuticle area on when I do nails. So this is where my main struggle is. And then you're just gonna dab, dab, dab. And then obviously if your acrylic starts sticking to your brush, it means you need to wet it. And I'm just gonna pat and press this till it goes all the way down the nail. And obviously if my brush needs wetting some more, I will put it in the dapping dish to dry it out. Okay, so I'm just going to apply just a quick wash of white over the top now. This is just to even it out a bit. A slightly wetter bead. So I'm just going to go over and then I'm just going to brush it down. Okay. And if you see any like little dints or gaps, then just get a smaller bead and just press it, put it in. And then just blend it down until it reaches where you want it to reach. So I like this Mega White actually. First time I've used it and I quite like it. I'm just going to apply a little bit at the end because I missed a bit. And make sure it's not underneath. And then I'm going to do the same to this finger. See, they always look thick when I'm doing it on these. And yet when I do it on an actual person, it never looks this thick. So I'm just going to apply. You can do as many or as little beads as you want. It depends on how confident, obviously, you are. I'm not a confident nail tech. So I'm going to try and do this one in less beads and try and make it a little bit thinner. Don't want that glare in there. Just want to say hello to the person that's watching and anyone else that might tune in. Okay. So that's, oh, I need a little tiny bit more. I thought I was ready then. Apparently white and black are the two toughest colours to use when you're doing nails. Okay, so them are my two white nails. I'm going to let them set up a minute. I was going to put the white away, but I realised I need the white. So that's not good. So I'm going to do this nail fully blue. And this is supposed to be a thermal colour. I just thought this one was the perfect Alice in Wonderland colour. And I'm just gonna apply this the same as the white and just try and get it neat across the acrylic cuticle area. Okay. There we go. I do tend to clear cap all my nails. And So this is just to give it a bit of a, doesn't have to be perfect because I will be applying glitter to this nail. I just want to make sure that if I don't get the glitter everywhere, then obviously there's something underneath the nail. Okay, so the thumb and the little finger are all both going to be the same. I'm going to do like a, it's probably better if I show you. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the blue. And I'm going to start off about here and move it on an angle actually. So and I'm going to move this up this way and then brush it down, brush it down, brush it down and fade it up a bit. And then up, up, up. Oh, apologise. And just a smidge, a bit more. Basically, you just want to make sure this bit is mostly opaque. I was going to use a darker blue, but I decided to use this one. I am going to add a bit of glitter as well. There you go, that one's that. So this is the same on the pinky. I'm going to leave this to dry. And do the same on the pinky, just the opposite way. Dry this bead out slightly, see if that helps. I tend to work quite wetly with my beads, which is probably not a good thing, but there's no harm, no foul. Everybody works differently. That's the blue one done. So finish with blue. So again, that is Barbados by Rebel. It's a dipping powder, hence why I will be capping it. Okay, I have two more steps to do on here. So first of all, I'm going to use Crystallize by Glitz. Is it called Crystallize? No, it's not. It's called Crystallian. Crystalli? Whatever the word was at the beginning, that's what it is. So, and it's, as you can see, I don't know if you can see actually, it's got like a glitter to it. You can slightly see. So I'm just going to apply a thin wash of this over the entire white. And just brush it over, because I want it to have like a slightly glittery, wintry kind of colour to it. I'm apologising now because I think my sun's coming down. You alright, little man?
You know, for Christmas, the game,
Yeah.
for my birthday, the game what you're getting, can it be the new Spyro instead?
No.
Why?
You can, if you want that at your birthday, we can, because Christmas I've already sorted.
Yeah, my birthday.
Well, so we'll sort it out at your birthday, right?
Okay.
My son always talks about stuff well and truly in advance. Okay, so I'm just going to pop the lid on this crystallise for now, so I don't wreck it and knock it over. So as you can see, both these two have the crystallization on it. I need them to set up. So my next step is to get some white from Mega White from Nail Nails, and I'm out of focus or shot. So we're going to go back on the thumb. So I'm going to get a smallish bead. I'm going to put it at the cuticle area. And then I'm going to blend, 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 blend. I'm really rubbish when it comes to ombre type nails. But everybody says when in doubt, add glitter. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit more here. So I am totally rubbish, so I will apologise now for that. So I'm just going to do this and wash. Brush, brush, brush. Because I want to keep this blue as much as I possibly can anyway. And then I need a little bit there. And then get some of this blueberry. Blueberry Delight, sorry, not blueberry. Okay, and then I'm just gonna get a little bit on my brush. And then I'm just gonna dab, dab, dab. Pop it where I want it. I do wet my brush slightly. Oh, crud. Let's see, I'm still getting used to the whole glitter placement, picking up, applying, you know, onto nails type thing. I'm still trying to get used to all of that. So I'm just going to thingy that up that side a little bit. And then down this bit a bit. Like that. Okay, so I just want that to set up and that to be gone. Can I get that out without wrecking the white? Slightly. Okay, so I just need to add a bit of white on that one. Just to fill in that hole that I've just made. Okay, so that's that one done. And then it's the same on the pinky finger. So it's add your white. Oh, crud. So add your white, clean your brush. And apply in to the cuticle area and blend it down as best as you can. And then another small bead of white, slightly wetter, just to fill in any gaps and blend this bit here. And I don't want it completely on that. And then wet my brush a bit and dab it off. And then just dab, dab, dab. Make it fab, as Christina would say from Simply Nailogical. And then up there, move that down. I think I need a smidgy bit more, just like one tiny bit there. Okay, I'm not, as you can see, I'm pretty crap at this placement thing. And then I'm just gonna do like a scatter on here because I was thinking about doing some crystals at the top, so I might just do a glitter fade. So I don't need the white now, but I do need the clear for two reasons, because obviously I will be needing to cap, and I keep catching that finger, which is not a good thing. So, not a good thing. Bloody Nora. Just get a bit of clear. Put it there. God, I'm not with it today. Okay, so leave that there a sec. I'm going to pull this fingers down, this one up. Try to not touch this one again. Put it down. So I'm going to do like a glitter fade. So I'm going to pick up some clear and then pick up some glitter, roll it on, and then I'm just going to move the glitter down here somewhat for now, and then just move it up. I'm hoping you can see me, I'm not out of shot. Just move the glitter up. Okay, I think, yeah, I think that's about right for now, until I look at it and think, oh no, I don't like that. Okay, so I'm going to put that again away, this glitter, move it to one side. So this is Blueberry Delight by Glitter Planet. Okay, so I'm just going to put my lid on my dapping dish for now and put that one in the bin and get a clean one out because I don't want to get glitter all over my fresh nails. Okay, so just check that there's no glitter in there. No. Okay, so the next step is these two nails. So in this bowl over here, this bowl, I have some warm water. So what I'm going to do is move my clear first. I'm going to put one of the decals in the water for about 10 seconds. It's warm because it tends to not like being on cold water for some reason. I don't know why, so please don't ask me, because I tried it with warm water and it took me forever to get the thing off. So now I'm just applying my Madame Glam base gel coat. This is just so that when the decal is ready, I can apply it and then it should just slide off. Just like that. Slide off. You can use tweezers. I tend not to. And I'm just having it on my paper towel. Can you see? And then I'm going to pick it back up and place it on this nail. And I'm just going to move it around. This is why I've put the base coat on. This is so that it will slide around where you want it, basically. And you know, and it gives you more time to play with where you're placing the decal, to be honest. And obviously it just takes a while to get it where you want it, and I want to make sure I get it on this corner bit here. So sometimes I'm alright at putting decals in, and then other times I'm actually dog crap at it. Okay, so again in the water, and top coat, base coat even, not even with it. Okay, so I've got some base coat on there. I'm just gonna touch, touch, touch. That one's a bit creased. Let's hope the next one's not. So it's in the water, and then you just want to slide it off like that. Get excess off, and then apply to the nail. Okay, so I'm just going to dry my fingers off a little bit. Hopefully that'll work a bit better. So you're just going to apply and just tap down all the way around the nail and make sure you get it exactly where you want it. So that's this. Just push that over a bit more. Make sure all that's down. And then I'm going to put that in the lamp for 60 seconds. Wrong one. 60 seconds. So I'm just going to put these in the bin, their backs. And then obviously the final step from that is clear capping everything with Neo Nails Crystal Clear. Can't bloody think. I was going to swear then, sorry. So I'm just putting my Madam Glam back in my drawer. So yeah, I'm going to put crystals on the Alice nails, I think, around the, you know, around the cuticle area. Just a little bit. Give it a bit of sparkle. So I have a giveaway, don't forget, at 150 subscribers, which is for 2 pop sockets, one for 2 winners. Okay, so that's them so far. So now all I'm going to do is add some Glam and Glitz Crystallia first on these 3 nails, because I think they need a little bit of sparkle, just a smidge. So just a wash basically of it, and just place it over and brush it over. Wipe off your brush obviously. If you need to add more, just add another thin wash over here. And that's just to give it a little something, you know, I don't know, it just makes it look a bit more whatever. If you don't want to get Glam and Glitz and you use Neo Nails, the closest one I've seen that's like this is Frost, it's called. Well, that's the one that my one's called anyway, that I have that's like this. It's called Frost. So I'm just going to only do that on partly over this, because it looks like it'll thingy. So that one's quite nice. And then I'm just going to do over this one, over the entire nail. I did this one the wrong way around, so I can't do what I was originally going to do. Doesn't matter though. So smidge on there. Okay, so I'm just going to leave them to set up a minute. I put the Crystallian is underneath, so that when you look at Alice, you can actually see the crystally colour, you know, the sparkle underneath. I'm not sure if you can see. You might be able to tell in the pictures, but that's what I've done there so far. So I'm just going to put this in the drawer out the way so I don't knock it over. And obviously the Mega White, because I don't need that now. Okay. They actually look a lot prettier than I was expecting. So obviously the thumb and the pinky are exactly the same, just the opposite way around. Pretty much exactly the same, should I say. Okay, so I'm going to clear cap now. So I've got my Neo Nails Crystal Clear and my monomer. and I do it not in, you know, the one bead method, because I'm not really good at that for starters, but also I'd rather have a wetter bead and get everywhere and, you know, do it in smaller beads than not, and you know, miss something. I'd rather have the time to play with this stuff and make it work right than not at all. So I'm just gonna go over and then do it this way, up and up and down and down and down and down. You can always swipe it off at the end if there's excess, and make sure you don't get it underneath. And then you just tap 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 and make sure everything's where you want it. And then obviously do the same on this finger. So I'm just going to push this clear out to the cuticle. This one is going to probably be thicker because I've messed up the decal and it's not all set down. On this one side, so I just need to thingy that and just try, because I don't want to cut any of the decal off. Okay, so that's that. So the last step to do is just to cap all the others and just make sure you've capped everywhere. You will know because it will be matte. If you've got sparkly on it anyway, the nails will go completely matte. So I'm just going to cap everything else now. So I'll just push, push, push. I mean, if anyone's got any ideas for any videos that they'd like me to do, or nails they'd like me to try and do, I will do my best to try and make that happen. Oh, get out, get out, get out. I don't know where that glitter's come from. Okay, so that's that one. Got itchy on. Okay, and then last but not least, the thumb. Okay, so and then up, sweep it up, brush it down. Okay, that looks nice. Maybe a little bit flat there. Let's add it. Get that out a bit. Okay, so I'm just going to leave that up to set, and then I'm going to file and buff. So before I do that, I'm just going to put my acrylic away, clean my brush. And in this pot is some brush cleaner. So I'm just dipping it in and just getting it in all the bristles. And just wiping it over. Oh, there's a piece of glitter in there. A couple of pieces of glitter in there. And I'm just trying to clean this off. And then just dip it back into your monomer just to make the brush soft again, because you don't want your bristles. And then I'm just pulling, you can't even see it, I'm just pulling it, you know, and just making sure my brush is in the right shape, and just making sure, and then just putting my brush away, because I don't need my brush now, because I will be, that's the excess. And the same with the monomer, there's only a smidge of the monomer to waste. I will clean them tubs later. I'm just moving them out of my way for now. So I will need my brush, I forgot. That's still soft. That's still soft. So these three fingers have set. I'm just going to wait till they're all thingy, because I usually start filing from thumb to little finger on this hand, and then I think I do the same on the other hand actually, I'm not sure. I don't normally pay attention too much to when I'm filing, but I will need a file, so I'm going to get my 100 and grit file, and I need a buffer. I have a buffer block and a buffing square. I prefer the squares. So I think I might start from pinky and work my way, because that way this one should be done in a minute by the time I file this, and then the thumb will be done. So we'll start with pinky. So I'm just going underneath and filing straight, just until the nail gets level with the nail bed area. And then again on the side, because we're doing a ballerina type nail or coffin, whatever shape this is called. Oh. Get out. Oh. And then the same on this side. I'm not sure if I'm in shot. Am I in shot? Yeah, I am in shot. So just file. So you level, and then again here, you can do with the e-file. I'm technically not e-file trained, but I'm going to use my e-file, so I apologise for the noise. This is mostly for speed. I don't do the shaping with the speed, I just debulk with this mostly. So I have a safety bit, so you can actually thingy on this because it's got a soft end. I'm just going over the cuticle area, and because there's a bit of bulk on this side, I want to try and cut that down a little bit. And then you're just going to skip over. Okay, so that should be thingy, so this one's set up, and I'm out of focus again, so let's move it in shot. Okay, so that's that one. I might just a bit more on that one. And then obviously when you're doing this, whether it's with hand file or not, you do want to make sure that the cuticle area is flush and stuff. And as I said, my cuticle work isn't like everybody else's because I'm still trying to get used to that. So that's all I'm saying. Oh God, caught my nail then. You don't need to take much of this because it's only a thin-ish layer. So you don't want to risk cutting into your decal. I didn't cut into that as much as I thought I was going to be doing. Work around. You just whip over it basically. Okay. And then it's just the thumb. And if you want a bit more, I found that if you put a bit of pressure on and you want it to put a bit more off, you just turn it up a bit. And that's all this is. Alright. And that's me done with the e-file. So it's back to the hand file. Okay. So I'm just going to whip back over. Mainly it's just to refine the shape. Okay, and then we buff this nail. This is just to get rid of the scratches mainly and to smooth it out a little bit more. That's one nail done, 4 to go. Obviously, you would have more if it was on a real person. Okay, and then it's Oh crap. Crud. Alright, that's that one. I'm not sure. Am I in focus? I'm not even in focus, am I? Sorry. All my fingers are coming down and coming up ready to come off on these things. As you can see, I'm holding the nail because I want, if this was a real client, I would be doing the same, but probably a bit further down. This is because I don't want to catch, and if I do catch, it's not going to hurt. Okay, so that's those three done. Oh, I've just filed away a bit of her face. Let's not go on anymore on that side. Must have been a bit thin on that side. Oops. Okay. So as you can see, I've just filed some of her face off there. It's not too much noticeable, but it is. So luckily enough, this isn't on a client, or I'd have to redo this whole nail. But as you can see, even people that do nails do mess up sometimes. I do quite like them nails. I might do that on the next set. You know, the glitter set, not the Alice in Wonderland part, the glitter underneath. Oh, crud. Keep dropping things today, it's not good. Okay, so I'm just going to skip over this now. And just smooth it out a some. And then I'm going to get my nail duster, my hand dust thing, brush. Make sure it's not underneath and all my nails are in. Okay, so the next step would be, let's get rid of this towel because it's covered in dust and turn it round. Normally I do have a puppy pad when I'm doing it on clients, but this is just me, so I don't use the puppy pads. So on this now, I'm going to get some pure acetone. And I'm going to wipe over all of the nails with this. This is to remove any more of the scratches that might still be on there, as well as smooth it out that little bit more because it melts the top layer. And if you need to get some more, just add a bit more. Okay. And then the next step would be to top coat. Or do we want to top coat first? I'm going to top coat because that's how I normally do this. And then I add the bling afterwards. So I've got my IBD gel top coat. This does have a dispersion layer or a tacky layer, so I'm going to move this back. I'm using a ring light, so I'm just going to move this slightly out because it's LED, my ring light, and I don't want it to cure my polish that's inside my bottle. So I'm just going to go over and then make sure you do the ends. Look at that, look how pretty that is. I don't know if you can see the glitter on it. I mean, my work's not as good as like Kirsty Meakin's and stuff. I like to think I have some good ideas. And then, boom, I do like how the glitter and sparkle comes to life. And then you do Alice side one. And basically you're just butting it up to the cuticle and dragging it down. If you thingy, you just turn your brush around. And the same on the other side. And hopefully, I'm hoping you can see on here. Can you see the shimmer under the glitter tab underneath her nail, underneath Alice? It gives it something, you know, that little bit of something extra. So, and that's on both these nails, even though I did mess up this index finger. So, filed off some of her face, not good. And then her thumb at 4 o'clock. There's bananas in here. You can have a banana. Okay, so I'm just flip over. Always make sure you cap the ends, and then I'm gonna have to bring the lamp over to me. Just put my fingers in the right spot. My lamp has a thing that comes off, and then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds in the lamp. Sorry, my son's telling you to subscribe to my channel. Skeletor under there. Sorry, Skeletor is my teddy that my son bought me. Can I? Orange juice, please. Thank you. So I don't need any more of this one. Put that away. 27 seconds left to go. And I need, where is it? I need this. This is my dotting, not my dotting tool, what is it? Rhinestone picker-upper, or some people call them crystal katanas. This is not an official one, this is just a cheapy one I found on eBay. So that's that done. I will need my lamp back, so I'm just going to move it somewhere else. So now I'm going to get a lint-free white pad, gel residue wipe off solution, and I'm going to wipe off the tacky layer. Yeah, it is definitely a tacky layer. Oh, got stuck in my thing then. Not good, not good. It's the only downside about the tacky layer stuff, because it just gets stuck to everything and picks up everything even after you've cured. So these are the nails so far. So, and I'm just going to add a smidgy bit of bling, and I'm not sure about on here. I might add a bit of bling actually on there. Oh no, I'm just going to add a tiny bit of blue and clear. So I have these two things. These you usually get when you do diamond paintings. However, you can buy them separate. So I'm just going to pour some of these blue in here because I need to get some bigger ones, the bigger ones out. And get the smaller kind. So, because there's quite a lot of big ones in these. And then there's a couple of big ones. Because they do have a lot of big gems in this setup. And obviously I don't need the big ones. Oh. Just enough so that when I shake it I can find the smaller kind. I don't particularly use big gems, not always anyway. Not unless I'm planning to fill the whole nail. And in here we just have some SS mixtures. These are crystal clear. Okay, so we have this, and my lamp decided to switch itself off. So what I've got is this I got this off Zoom. It was about £1. So I'm going to apply on this section here across the cuticle area. And obviously if you get any on the cuticle or the skin, you want to wipe it off. Joys of having nails makes it a plus. So I'm going to get this big blue one, biggish blue one, and then I'm going to find this one. There's another one that size there, and here. And then this darting tool I love because it has this metal bit at the end, so you can move the stones around. And then we're going to try and find a slightly smaller stone, which is there. We're probably going to need some more blue ones out. And then I want that small one there. Put that there. And then some tiny, tiny clear ones. Tiny, tiny ones. And that's that finger done. So I'm just going to move this out of the way a sec. And whilst I'm going to cure that for 10 seconds, I'm going to pour out some more blues and hope that we've got some. So I'll just give me a sec to sort out some more blues. Yeah, we've got a couple of the little tiny ones in there that I need. Just need to get rid of some of these big ones. Again. I did leave a link to where I got these ones from, because I have quite a few in yesterday's video. I had a bit of a haul, so I put the video up to show you and, you know, whatnot, so you could see if you wanted them. So I'm just going to get the gel again. This is bling gel, and I'm just going to go across the cuticle area and down. And that's my boyfriend liking something on Facebook. So we don't need a really big stone. Could we? No, we'll try and stick to being the same. So we've got a stone in the blue, a blue stone in the corner. And then we need this one. And this one. there are times when I just literally pop the stones on that I need and then move it into place where I want it. And then we need small blue, somewhat small. No, that's not small. I need a tiny, tiny blue. And then we have another one. We do. Tiny, tiny blue. And then let's find my tiniest ones on here. And then one more. And then you just move them where you want. Make sure it's everywhere where you want them all. Sometimes I wonder if there's a ghost in my house because my lamp turns itself off and on, you know, whenever it wants. When it's not being used. And then, yeah, so I'm going to move these out of the way again. And then I'm just going to cure both those nails for full 60 seconds. Press the button. And then I'm going to put my crystals away before I knock them all over the place. So you put a cure in them for a full 60 seconds because obviously you don't want them to mess up. And if you wanted to, you can go over with gel, a polish again, a top coat, and put the gel up to the gems. But I'm not going to because it's just on here and they're already stuck. But I will be going over with some gel residue over the top because this gel rhinestone glue does have a dispersion layer as well. So gel residue wipe off and just wipe over the nails. And then obviously if this was a real client, you would get your cuticle oil and apply it to the cuticle area on all the fingers and then rub them in. And there you go, and that would be your finished product, and this would be your finished design. So there you are, guys. Hang on, let me move it. So there you are, guys. So I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up. Please like, share, subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.